Console Drones Gamer Talk Podcast.
Hello listeners, gamers, geeks, grown-ups, and internet. Welcome back to Console Drones Gamer Talk Podcast, jamming video gaming shenanigans straight in your ear, right out of northern Arizona, somewhere-ish in Washington, from the inside of Tom Brady's hot tub. This is season number 2, episode 103. This is a weekly podcast where we talk about everything and anything, but mainly video games. I'm your host, Chris, and today the full crew is here once again. So let's get to it.
It's time for What You Drinking and What Have You Been Playing.
All right, let's start off with this week with Captain Willie. What are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I am drinking a Coors. I have been playing God of War, and I just played a few rounds of Overwatch with Miguel on my PC. That's me in a nutshell.
Nice, man. All right, let's move on down to Demonic. What are you drinking, and what have you been playing this week, buddy?
I'm drinking water, and what have I been playing? I've been playing Overwatch with Captain Willie a little bit, and some Spider-Man.
Nice. Sweet. Let's move on down to Joey. Joe, what are you drinking, and what have you been playing this week, buddy?
Oh, I'm drinking water.
Don't lie. No. Don't lie. You're drinking the tears of the Broncos fans.
Well, that is with my left hand. I got my cup in my left hand. There we go. No, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Forza Horizon, and let's see, that Forza Horizon, 3 or 4? It's 4, right? Yeah, 4.
New one's 4.
Yeah, geez. Played some Spider-Man, and yeah, that's it. Just those 3 big titles. What about you, Prodigy?
All right, so this week on my Xbox One X, I've been playing this game, Skyforge Battle Royale mode, and I enjoyed this mode, but the only thing is the game mode is not getting a lot of buzz right now. It's only a 30-player count, and it takes fucking forever to join a match. So that's pretty much what I played on my Xbox, and then moving down onto my Switch, I picked up Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I played some of that. I played some Paladins on the Switch, and then I picked up this free-to-play MOBA game called Arena of Valor for the Switch, and I highly recommend this for anybody who owns a Switch. It's free to download, and if they enjoy MOBA games, this game's pretty dope. So that's what I've been playing on my Switch, and then since Miguel hooked me up with a nice keyboard and mouse while I helped him move this last weekend, I decided to play an MMO, so I played some EverQuest 2. Been a fan of the regular EverQuest, and I wanted to play an MMO that I've never played before. So I played EverQuest 2, and thanks to you, Miguel, fuck you, buddy, but I am now addicted to MMOs again. But thanks for the keyboard and mouse. It's dope. I like it.
Yep.
And is... What's up?
I was going to say that was my cheap initial keyboard and mouse that I had.
Oh, it's great, dude. It's a perfect theme for my laptop that I have because everything glows red on my laptop, and so does the keyboard and mouse that you gave me. So it's pretty cool.
You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy. And that is
bee's knees.
It is the bee's knees. Straight off the meat rack, some people would say. All right, so that's pretty much me. Are you guys ready for some news?
Yeah.
Joe, you ready?
Yeah.
This is weekly news, keeping us informed and up to date in the gaming industry.
All right, this week our source is VG247. Again, not much news. Let's just get right into it. Toys R Us won't be going away after all. The lenders cancel the auction and plan to open new stores. So, yay, those of us...
Just kidding.
Those of us that grew up Toys R Us kids were actually kind of excited about this. So
I thought you never grew up.
Oh, no, not yet. A new Toys R Us...
Toys R Us kid.
A new Toys R Us and Baby R Us branding company is in the planning stages, and it will maintain existing global license agreements, according to the report. This will also allow for investment in opening up new retail stores and private brands business. The toy and games retailer filed for Chapter 11 back in September of 2017. The company hoped the filing would give it time to reorganize, as it's owed lenders around $5 billion. Good grief. Routers said much of the debt could be attributed to a $6.6 billion leveraged buyout by private equity firms in 2005. So in March of this year, the company decided to instead sell off all assets in Asia, Canada, and Europe. It also shut down all stores in the US. That's good news. Then Toys R Us was a fun store, even for grown-ups. Hell yes. So come back, Toys R Us. All right, next headline. How to Fortnite crossplay on PS4, Xbox One, PC, Switch, iOS, and Android. After months of will they, won't they, Sony has finally announced that PlayStation gamers can play Fortnite with their friends on different platforms. It's not super simple to get working, though. So here it is. For crossplay to work, as well as your PSN account, you'll need an Epic Games account as well. You can make one of these by clicking Sign In the top right of the official Epic Games site. And once you're on that page, click Sign Up at the bottom of the box. And then, yeah, that's pretty simple. That's for the Epic Games, okay? Okay, so how, first as discussed above, you have to get your Epic Games account. Once you do that, you hover over and click your username at the top right of the screen and then press Account. In the Account menu, press the fifth option down, which says Connected Accounts. In this menu, you can press to connect any other accounts you have with this central Epic Games account. Just use the username and password that you use to log in each account. This will sync your progress and purchases between everywhere you play Fortnite. So, with these steps completed, you should now be able to boot up Fortnite on any of the platforms, and you should have access to the same stuff. However, if you want to play with friends on different platforms, there are a few more things you have to do. So now you need to open Fortnite on whatever program you play on or platform. Go into Battle Royale as you normally would. Then open the options menu at the top right corner. On the PS4, this is done by pressing the options button. Next, select Epic Friends from this menu and then press the person's silhouette with a plus sign next to it at the top. Now you have to enter the friends you want to play with using the Epic Games account usernames. This is not their PSN name or Xbox Live ID or Nintendo account name or anything else. So it's just the Epic Games account name. For crossplay to work, you have to enter the person's Epic Games username. When you've added someone's username, press Add Epic Friend. Once they've accepted, you should now be able to use the Party Finder, add them to your party, and jack off to each other.
So, initially, you made it sound like PlayStation made it more difficult than normal, but in reality, that's the same exact thing that everybody's been doing all along for crossplay.
Well, I guess the way the article was written was that they were hating on PlayStation, but yeah, they made it more difficult because they didn't want to cross-platform with everybody. But yeah, that's it.
But it's the same. Okay,
it's the same. Okay, next headline. Fallout 76 beta progression will carry over to the finished game. So, yay.
Cool.
Fallout 76 officially launches November 14th. The beta itself goes live this month, October 23rd, for Xbox One owners. And later on in the week, October 30th, for PS4 and PC players. So.
Oh, man, Joe, you're drooling, dude.
I know. Actually, I got to change my underwear. Sorry.
You still haven't changed it since last night? Jesus.
No, I haven't. I just let it stew, let it brew, for a minute.
No.
Come on.
Joe loves beef
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, yeah, especially with the giant stone penises. Yeah, next headline. Bowsette is becoming a legitimate YouPorn and Pornhub sensation. So,
Really?
yes. Bowsette has gone from
Wow.
fan art to a video porn sensation, with Pornhub reporting searches that grew from 0 to 500,000 in 3 days. It seems the internet is absolutely fascinated with Bowsette. We previously discussed how she's been lovingly embraced by the fan art community, but now that the interest is turning into video pornography searches as well. A new report from wank manufacturer YouPorn recently noted that as of Monday, searches for Bowsette had increased by 2,900%. By Wednesday, that figure had increased to 5,849%. No word on when it reached 69%, but presumably YouPorn didn't have long to wait, and neither did its audience. And that's YouPorn alone. According to VentureBeat report, Bowsette searches increased from 0 to 500,000 in a mere 3 days. As a bonus, Pornhub also distinguishes between general Bowser searches, which only had reached 51,882 within the same time frame. Popular searches include Bowsette porn, Bowsette hentai, Bowsette cosplay, girl Bowser, and hot girl Bowser. But hey, at least this takes the pressure off poor Toad in terms of internet searches. Ba-dum. That's all I got for the news.
All right, let's move on down to our dates. Demonic, you ready, buddy?
Yep, I'm ready.
Demonic States, keeping us on track with what video games are coming out soon.
All right, so coming out this week, 10/4, Splash Blast Panic on the Switch for you Switch bitches out there.
10-4.
Vertical.
Roger.
Roger. Vertical Drop Heroes for the Switch. Moving on to the 5th of October. It's fucking October already. Super Mario Party on the Switch. And Ass Creed Odyssey on PlayStation and Xbox if you did not fork out the extra $40 to, $140, Joe? How much was yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, $40 to $140 for the special editions. To get it early, you can get it Friday for $60, or in John's case, for free. Moving on to October 9th, Disgaea 1 Complete on PlayStation 4 and Switch. Mark of the Ninja Remastered on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Evasion on PlayStation. Stranded Deep on PlayStation. And even though it sucks ever since THQ stopped owning it, WWE 2K19 on Xbox and PlayStation.
Woo.
I still miss THQ for the wrestling games. Not that I even watch wrestling anymore, but you know.
Yeah, the old ones were good.
Yeah, the old school Nintendo 64 ones were great, and then the SmackDown series was great as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's everything coming out this week.
Sweet. All right, so we're going to move on down to the one who has the best music in all of our podcast. Best intro, Willie. You ready, buddy?
I am.
Well, it's time for another segment of The More You Know with Captain Willie. Yeah, baby.
All right. This week, The More You Know is taking a little bit of a different theme. One of our friends, Mitchell, his gamer tag is McMart, or L McMart L on Xbox. He recently changed his Mixer streaming name to Magic Mike. No, sorry.
Mitchell.
Magic Mitchell. So I wanted to get your guys' input on that, as well as that brings up the idea, what are the coolest gamer tags or most offensive or stupidest gamer tags that you've ever seen?
You mean besides Magic Mitchell?
Besides Magic Mitchell. And then I've got a list of ones. I did a little Google search. I got a list of names that gamer tags that were banned and are just really offensive. So there is
like
the no, that's just dumb. Well, these ones are actually pretty offensive. So there's the intro that Chris put in. Anyway, so what do you guys think? Magic Mitchell.
Let's see. Did he change his job? Let me just ask a few questions. Did he change his job at all?
I'm pretty sure he's still in college.
Yeah, what job?
Oh, so he has no. I thought he was like maybe a stripper because that would be the only reason why he should have that.
Became a stripper.
Maybe he became a stripper. Yeah, maybe he's going to college for stripping. I don't know.
Maybe his stream is going to now include him doing striptease while he's playing the game.
But I thought you were
sure you get banned for that.
Yeah, you'll get banned for that.
I don't know.
That's how I
man.
got banned. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think El McMartle was better than what he has now.
No.
I hated El McMartle so much because that's not what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But Magic Mitchell?
Yeah.
Does he do magic?
Why didn't he just go with like Eminem or something? You know, like I don't know, because it's Mitchell Meyer, so it's like Eminem. Why not?
For those South Park fans out there, he might be doing cock magic. Who knows?
Got like hide the hot dog.
Playing hide the hot dog, yeah. Ooh. But he needs a contestant.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Look up South Park cock magic, and it's Randy. So that says quite a bit right there.
You want me to put a clip in here? I will.
No, there's no audio. It's
a visual thing.
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
And Joe says no. That is a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I don't know what his relation is with the magic thing, so I don't know. Is he a magic man? Does he like Magic Johnson?
Does he like
Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering?
Does he like Magic the Gathering?
Maybe Orlando
Is he a magician?
Magic. I don't know.
Orlando Magic?
Maybe he's a water boy now?
Water boy? There's a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a rent boy.
A rent boy. I don't know. I mean, if he's going along with the Magic Mike thing, then yeah, Mitchell, what the fuck?
I doubt he is, but still, it's just, why? I agree, why?
Maybe he lost a bet.
His stream's on right now, and I just want to just ask him why.
Ask him, get the background on it.
I can't hear him. So.
Damn.
Gotcha. Right.
Well, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
We'll follow up. We'll try to figure it out and follow up next week.
Next week on The More You Know, we will try and have some answers for you as to why Mitchell is now playing Hide the Hot Dog. So now guys, gamer tags. Good, bad, horrible, offensive. What do you got?
D's nuts is one. Let's see.
I don't know. Your mom was a good one.
Yeah.
Because, whenever you were killed by your mom,
Yeah.
I like those gamer tags that do that, even though this is kind of off topic of bad gamer tags. The ones that's like a snow yeti or something. And it's like, you were killed by a snow yeti. I think those ones are funny.
No, I'm saying good gamer tags, bad gamer tags, offensive. It could be anything. Like, what's your favorite one you've ever seen, or what's the most offensive one you've ever seen?
I've seen Harry Beaver once.
Nice.
I've seen Harry Beaver.
One of the worst I've ever heard, I think, is Captain Willie.
Shut up. I'm not changing my name.
No, I've seen some that are like,
You can change it to Magic Willie.
Magic Willie, yeah.
And I'd be playing Hide the Willy.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
No, I've seen some like White Power or WP. I've seen those.
Yeah.
Those are kind of. I'm just like, really? I mean, we're just playing video games. Do you have to really? Who cares? Nobody's going to see your face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you have to state that? Like,
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's dumb.
Tiny Dick Tim, That's what their real gamer tag is, Tiny Dick Tim. But anyway.
So my brother-in-law, when he was like 13 or 14, his gamer tag was Turd Tickler 69.
No,
That's
an
kind of
interesting
cool.
one.
Yeah, until his mom found out and made him change it. Yeah. When I first started playing World of Warcraft, I had one that was Taliban Durga, and I had it for about a year before I finally got reported and had to change it.
Aloha Snack Bar.
That's awesome. Have you seen the T-shirt from Grunt Style?
Nope.
Grunt Style has an Aloha Snack Bar T-shirt that is probably offensive to a certain group of people, but is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, it was John's picture before Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you definitely had Aloha Snack Bar on there.
that's right. I forgot.
Wasn't it Dylan that brought it up to us?
No, it was me because my neighbor bought the shirt and he didn't realize what was on it, and I pointed it out.
That's great.
Yeah. All right, you guys got any more, or should I go through this list of terrible?
Let's hear them.
Go through the. Yeah, let's hear them. Let's hear the list.
Okay, so these are not my gamer tags. I want to put the disclaimer out there. These are ones that I found on the internet that people said that they have seen and reported on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC.
Warning, the gamer tags that you're about to hear are offensive and were not created by ConsoleDrones.com or anybody on this podcast.
So, Exploding Muslim.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah. Jihadist. Black man balls.
That's not
Ugly
offensive.
jackass,
No.
Cunt snapper.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Don't
not
mind me.
even-
I'm just
I'm-
gonna laugh at all these.
I'm not even mad at that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cock and bum fun. This one's
Yeah.
offensive. The next two are pretty offensive. Hang some blacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Too
then,
far.
Yeah. And then this one's offensive as well. Oven baked Jews.
That was Chris's, wasn't it?
That is not my choice.
That's messed up.
That is not my.
And
Wait,
then
did,
the
you
one,
say,
this one,
did you say juice? Juice? Is that
No.
what you said?
No.
no, Jews,
Oh.
Jews. Oven baked
Oh,
Jews.
okay.
Yeah. And then this last one is kind of funny, kind of offensive. It's Peter File 69. Pedophile, but Peter File.
As long as he's not playing fucking Minecraft or Splatoon
Yeah. Is that a Nintendo?
or Fortnite.
Or if it's a Nintendo screen name, that would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably all Nintendo screen names.
Some of them are on Xbox and some of them are on PlayStation.
Shut up, John.
Sorry. No, yeah, they were all Nintendo.
That's funny.
know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so that's what I got. There's one that was Bigger's Dickus.
Bigger's Dickus.
That one just makes me think of like Cards Against Humanity.
a
Bigger, blacker dick.
Tampon face and
Okay.
Yo Mama's Pussy. spelled P-O-O and then capital C. Pussy. Yo Mama's Pussy.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that one got banned.
I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's totally fine, right? Anyway, so yeah, that
Wasn't
is
any- No Cosby names, huh?
Not yet.
God.
Not yet. Those are coming
Joe's
soon.
thinking of them now.
Yeah.
Good job,
Go ahead,
Chris.
Joe.
What do you got, Joe? What do you got?
I don't know. Puddin' popper.
Pudding pop.
Puddin' popper.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know. I can come up with some more.
All right.
Okay.
So that's all I've got, unless you guys have got any more names that you've thought of.
Sandusky's Boys.
Oh,
No.
That's old.
I saw.
How old are
Sorry,
you?
I saw a picture. I think it was on Facebook. It was of Halloween costumes that crossed the line, and it was a dude wearing a Penn State shirt and a dude dressed up as Sandusky standing behind him in a shower.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like,
It's a great costume.
Oh boy,
Oh, here we
that's just
go.
wrong.
That is
Anyway.
wrong.
That is wrong. Funny, but
What is wrong with you guys?
All right,
Sick.
and that is The More You Know.
With
I don't wanna
Captain
know
Willie.
anymore.
Miguel's a homo. I mean,
Magic Willie, you said it
Mitchell.
wrong.
Mitchell's a homo.
Magic Willie.
Magic Mitchell, guys. All right, so we're going to move on down. We're going to talk about some main topics here. We're going to cover Forza Horizon 4 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I know Joe's been playing this. I don't think... Captain, did you get this yet?
No,
Not yet.
no, not till Friday.
Not till Friday. Okay. We'll follow up with you later then. All right, so let's start off with whoever's been playing Forza. Chime in right now. We're going to talk about Forza Horizon 4.
You mean Joe and Joe and Joe?
And Joe.
Oh, this is the Joe main topic.
This is gonna
Joe.
be this is the Joe show today. Wow.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be the podcast is gonna be
let's get-
Joe and those other guys.
Let's get Joe started early with his hate everything segment. All right, let's go. What do you hate about Forza?
What do I hate about Forza? Let's see. I still hate that they're lacking in the wheels variety and the customization variety. It seems like they still have the same wheels from Forza Horizon 3. Customization of the vehicles. They changed some things a little bit, but it's not like Midnight Club. Nowhere near Midnight Club.
I really want a Midnight Club.
I know. I thought about actually just going back to the Xbox Marketplace, the 360 Marketplace, and buying it because it is backwards compatible. But anyway, it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. 4K HDR. The cars are amazing. There's a ton of cars. I like the variety of the races. It doesn't seem as boring. The seasons do change, and your points that you gather, your XP that you gather throughout the game, changes the season. And each season provides different types of races, obviously on ice, in the rain, and the graphics again are beautiful. It's the arcade racer. It's a well put together sequel to Forza Horizon 3. They make Britain look beautiful, and I can't talk enough about how beautiful this game is. The cars are amazing. There's no what do you call it? Well, there's a small bit of a linear. It's kind of linear in the beginning because it wants to show you kind of how this game works compared to Forza Horizon 3, and they have you doing some races, doing some action events, doing some other. They've added in a few other things that you can do in the game now. And once you go through and you get up to level, it's 20, then it unlocks like the full online mode to where when you're racing around on the map, it is literally everyone else. Like there's no drivatars driving around once you reach level 20. It's actual people. So you see, just cars flying all over the place. They do turn off the collisions so that if somebody wants to fuck with you and hit you head on, they can't.
They have flying cars.
Well, yeah, I mean, these cars, you can haul ass and jump off of hills and stuff, and you're flying. You're literally like flying thousands of feet or thousands of yards. No, feet. Sorry, not yards, but feet.
Meters, Joe. Meters.
Yeah, meters, whatever. What else can I say about the game? Progression is really cool. What they changed from 3 to 4 is in 3 you could apply skills to your driver. Now you have skill points that you can attach to a certain car. So the more you want to level up that one car, you obviously would spend more points on it. And it unlocks things like you get, better cash, better XP, your drift meter or your high speed meter, fills up twice as fast. And, each car is individually designed their own skill points or their own skill tree. So
let me ask you this. Does it feel like you're playing a new Forza Horizon, or does it feel more of the same as 3?
It does somewhat. It feels like 3. But like I said, the change of the seasons and the fact that you're in Britain, so everything's ass backwards over there. The driver's on the right side, but you're driving on the left side of the road. You're like, it takes a while to get used to it. Some cars have, normal left-handed steering wheels, but you still have to drive on the left side of the road. It does still somewhat feel like 3, but it's a different environment. There's things that they've added in there now, different changes, snow, rain. There's still traffic in the game. You do have other players. You can kind of like, I don't know if it was a Tokyo Extreme Racer, if you remember, I'm going way back, but you could pull up behind a driver and you would flash the headlights to challenge them. In Forza Horizon 4, you pull up next to or behind a driver and you push on the D-pad to challenge them either to a race, head-to-head race, or, there's so many other things that you can do. Join their group. Once you unlock the Horizon or Forzathon, you basically team up with 6 other drivers and you go through these series of races as a team and you compete against other players. So it's really cool. Really, really cool. I played, nice. They have like Capture the Flag, or it's called King. And one of the 2 racers starts out with a crown, and it's basically you're playing tag. And the person that holds the crown the longest wins that match, and you get points and money, and it's really neat. They have different online modes too. So they've expanded the variety as far as opening it up to online use, but there's still that core racing game that there's still races, there's still, you still have classes. So there's rally, there's drift, there's drag, there's off-road buggy, there's off-road truck, there's supercar, hatchback, vintage cars. There's so many different classes and so many different races, but it's not like Forza 6, not Forza Horizon, but Forza Motorsport 6, where it's just kind of like this dull race this category to get to the next one. It's not like that. It's open, it's fun. There's plenty of shit to explore. Collectibles like the fast travel poster boards, the experience or the influence boards that you have to break. There's stunts.
Does it have your Golf R?
Yes. It also has the original, the R32, the Mark IV R32. So, but I've been driving. Ooh. Yeah, I've been driving the most. I got a rare Subaru Impreza, and I've been racing the shit out of that, and it's just so great to handle and everything. I got a couple of supercars, but I'm just meh.
Damn it, Joe! I want to play Forza now.
It's really great
right now.
It's really great. It's fun as hell. It is really fun. Like I just driving around and trying to unlock stuff and find stuff. They have the same thing where it's roads driven. There's like 560 roads, and I'm only at 250. So I've still got a ways to go. And there's probably
a lot of roads,
dude. There's a shit ton of roads, and they also they added an option now where you can buy houses on the map. So you drive up to the house if you have it. You buy the house, and the house unlocks either spins. You have like this spinner, like a slot machine, and it unlocks a car for you or clothes. Mm-hmm. They emphasize more on the avatar now, so you only customize the clothes on the driver, and that's pretty much it. You can do emotes, kind of like Fortnite. They have crazy emotes. And then they have like specialized horns that you can assign to each car. So I can have like, I can get a Charger, paint it orange, put the stars and bars on there, and have, you know, just like Dukes of Hazzard, down to the horn.
Can you switch cars at your house?
Yeah. You can actually switch cars on the fly. You don't have to drive back to your house. You can stop, like say I have a rally race that's right in front of me. I want to switch my car. You can do one of two things. You can go into the menu and request the car to be delivered to you, or you go into the event and the event itself will say, you can't use this car. Which car do you want? And it'll show you your cars from your garage or that you can use on that race.
The car delivery is a new system, right? I know that when in previous Forzas, when you pulled up to a race and you weren't in the right vehicle, it would let you swap. But the delivery is a new function, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is totally new function. Drone mode is still in it. So you can still use your drone to kind of explore the map when you have to find the barns, because they have rare barn finds again. And now they're actually, the barns, depending on the season, you could find a rare barn like in a certain season, and it would unlock a particular car for that. I did get a chance to, I experienced it not last night, but night before, the Master Chief event, where you're driving the Warthogs. And it's really cool because it's not just Warthogs on a racetrack. They actually have, like you're in the Halo universe. So you see the Halo off in the distance. Remember how you used to see it in Halo where it would go up the horizon? And you have Banshees in the game. There's shields. There's stuff shooting at you. There's other Warthogs. And it's totally, like you change character. You are Master Chief when you're racing. And it's really cool.
Nice. All right, so we're going to move on down to Assassin's Creed unless you have anything else, Joe.
No, I recommend if you just want a fun racer that you can just pick up and just fuck around with, pick up Horizon 4. It's really fun.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
And that game is on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass, yes.
Sweet. All right, Joe, we'll move on down to the next game you played, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. How is it, buddy?
Okay, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm only in it probably maybe 5 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and there's different modes. When you first start the game, you set it up for HDR, 4K, and then it asks you what difficulty you want, and then it asks how do you want to play the game. So there's one where it's like exploratorial, and there's another one where it's like, we'll just give you everything on the map and you just have to go to it and do it. I said exploratorial because they highly recommend it. That's how you should play the game. It's kind of like in Origins. Origins had that historical mode where you could play, you could just play through the game and just see mostly just the cutscenes and learn about the history of Egypt and the surrounding area. It's kind of like that, but it's not too much on the historical side. And I'm not spoiling anything, but it starts out with the 300 and Leonidas. So it's really cool.
Nice.
It's amazing. It's not like the Frank Miller 300. So it's totally different. It's more, I guess, historically accurate. But it's still amazing. The combat system takes a little bit to get used to. You use like right bumper for your attack, and then right trigger for a shield break and stuff. It takes a little bit getting used to. The Eagle's still there. You have to unlock the Assassin's Creed Vision. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And I did notice that it plays a lot like The Witcher in this mode that I'm in. So there's choice, and there's actually like moral choice depending on the mission, and it affects the surrounding area and future confrontations.
Yeah,
so
I forgot that they talked about that way back when.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it until like I'm sitting there playing, watching the opening dialogue, and then all of a sudden this menu pops up, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to choose? Oh, this is awesome. So yeah, you can, depending on the confrontation or the conflict, you can say, fuck you, I'm going to kill you right now, or, just get out of my face. And it affects the decisions later on in the game. Not too far later on, but, a few minutes ahead. So, and they have a new bounty system, kind of like, it reminds me of Shadow of War. Not a nemesis system, but it's a bounty system. You will have bounties put on your head depending on what you do. Not like good and evil, but like as you progress, the mercenaries will put bounties on your head because you're doing shit against them. And you have to fight this bounty hunter that comes at you, and they're usually OP and probably 1 or 2 levels up above you. And of course the game recommends that you see them, you run. And they actually do hunt you down, and they chase you if they see you. So after you do like a side mission, here they come running down the pathway where you just completed that side mission, and you have to like, shit, I have to run and hide.
Is that similar to, I forget what they were called in Origins? So I remember there was like higher level guys that would show up randomly.
Yeah, but this is it's like that, but it's actually like I said, it's a bounty system. So you'll actually have down on the lower right hand part of the screen, you'll have like, it's almost like GTA with the stars. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you get to 1 helmet, and then you have the level 1 guy, and then you get to 2 helmets, and then and then eventually I looked at all of the all of the mercenaries that you have to fight, and it literally goes to like you're fighting a guy that looks like the Gladiator, with the silver helmet with the silver arm shield shit. So it looks like it's really cool. I read articles that say the game itself doesn't pick up until probably 10 hours in, or 10 or 20 hours into the game. So it's a huge map.
Main characters, your thoughts on the main characters, because you can choose, correct?
Yes, at the beginning you can choose to play either as Cassandra or Alexios, and of course I chose Alexios. I might wait for the second playthrough as Cassandra. You can choose, and I guess I want to say I haven't learned a lot about Alexios yet, but looking through the cutscenes, he might be related to Leonidas. He might be his son. I'm not sure. So that's kind of cool. And Cassandra is his sister, of course. So
sweet.
Yeah.
You guys have any other questions for Joe?
It has sharks in the game. Fuck sharks.
Yay, sharks!
Does it have spiders?
I haven't run into any yet, but I know if Medusa's in it, I know there's probably other mythological creatures in it as well. I didn't ever remember having spiders in Greece, but we'll see. There's a lot of there's really cool. Okay, the little shit that we pay attention to in games. I walked into a cave with my torch, and kind of like when I first saw The Rise of Tomb Raider, when you walk through into a web, the flame like slowly singes the web away, and it looks so awesome. So awesome. I mean, it's the small things that we pay attention to. But yeah, walking into a cave with a torch and you walk through a spider web, it just singes it away.
Let me know how it looks when a shark bites off your leg.
Well, I killed the sharks because I cheated. I stood up on a pedestal and I sniped them with a bow. I kind of like jumped in the water, waited for him to swim at me, and I jumped out and shot him with the bow. It's like, fuck you guys. And of course, they had to be great white sharks. If they were any other shark, I would have been okay with, but they had to be great whites. I'm like, you fucks.
And as we all know, for the listeners, Joe's afraid of sharks. So
just great whites.
Just great whites.
Just great whites. Hammerheads don't scare me. Blue sharks don't scare me. Tigers, no. Bull sharks, no. But great whites.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jaws.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one to be afraid of, dude. That's for sure.
See, all right. I have that fear, but more extreme. I don't like going in water because of Jaws.
Well, I have that fear. I don't know what the name of it is, but there's a fear when you're in water and you're afraid of the mass space that's below you and the unknown, the giant darkness. There's a word for it. It's a phobia. I think
it's bitchophobia.
Yeah. Get your ass in the ocean and yeah.
Miguel, why don't you come up here to Washington and see all the spiders we have?
Oh yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then your bitchophobia will kick in.
And then
Hell
your
yeah, Will.
phobia will kick in.
Hell yeah. It's already kicked, and I ain't going up there.
Yeah, it was
He's
bad.
like, nope.
It was bad
So-
in
so
Portland
you-
too.
You're gonna skip out on E3 or is it what is it?
PAX.
Emerald City PAX. That's what
PAX.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna skip out on PAX when we do that because you're a bitch.
Yep, exactly.
All right, cool. All right, so I know I was a little out of order this week, but we're going to get down to our what the fucks right now. Do you guys have any what the fucks this week?
Yes.
And now it's time for our What the Fucks for the week.
Okay, Miguel, go for it.
The missed legal block in the back in the Eagles game that I was shown afterward, where the runner was going to get tackled behind the first down marker, but yeah, got a legal block in the back, got knocked down, and yeah, there goes the game. Loss. And to go with that, I know there's a Broncos one that Joe doesn't care about because it was in his favor, but
So the play clock ran out.
yeah, play clock. Because it was funny. I was at Joe's house when we were watching the game, and he even said, "Play clock ran out," and then he's like, "Oh no, it didn't." Sweet. So
Hey, the refs
he
are
even
there
called
to,
it.
The refs are there to enforce it. They didn't enforce it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I would take it too, dude.
So bad calls in Joe's favor this week, not in mine.
Well, my one of my what the fucks is about it to go along with yours is that Raiders Browns game where the Browns player was clearly across the first down line and they called it back, which was a game winner. I mean that one play would have ended the game for the Raiders, and I hate that they won, but whatever. It was their first win. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I was disappointed in that game as well because I thought it would have been hilarious to have a 41 or 42-42 tie
Right? Exactly. I was like,
That'd have been amazing.
wow.
for the third tie, and then the Browns would have been 0-2-2. That would have been hilarious.
making history. So yeah, just a week of bad calls
Yeah, I have a what the
or no
fuck.
calls.
Go ahead, Captain.
What is up with the Seahawks and the Cardinals field goal kickers?
Old guys, man. They're both
I
old.
think no, it's not just old guys. I think historically there has to be a curse when those two teams get together that their kickers historically are shit. You
Yeah,
know, if they
absolutely.
play any other game, they're kicking and they're making it, but there's something in that stadium that they can't kick a fucking field goal. I don't know what it is.
Well, and I think it's just all around the league because I feel like field goals are missed much more frequently. Forget the extra point, which is pushed back. That's missed more, obviously. But I mean, just in general, I feel like field goals are missed way more frequently than they used to. Used to be.
It does kind of seem like that, doesn't it?
I think
It does. Yeah.
so. I don't know where they're finding these kickers. Apparently, they don't make them like they used to.
Janikowski.
Vinatieri,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, those old guys.
Janikowski. Yeah,
Those
he's the
guys.
one who missed.
Well, I know.
Phil Dawson missed. He's got a good record too, and he's got a bad record too. So does Seabass. So I don't know, man. It's weird. I think Are you done with your what the fucks, Captain?
No, but
No, go on. Oh, okay.
I wasn't either, so
Okay, well, we'll just do round robin then. I'll go next. And I'm just a little bit upset about the Cardinals' play calling in this last game, especially when, like we just talked about, historically kickers are bad, especially for the Cardinals. Why in the fuck would we do a third? What was it? We were on the 29-yard line, 3rd and 6, 17-17. And we handed off to David Johnson to center it for a fucking field goal when Josh Rosen has been on fire the whole entire game. Why wouldn't you just let him throw it down the field? So I just don't like Mike McCoy's bullshit that he's doing. So that's my what the fuck. Let's see, Captain Willie. What's your next one? And then we'll jump to McGill.
Did you guys see the fight on Facebook? The people at the Cardinals, the Hawks game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the actual fight, but yeah, I'm aware of it.
I watched the video and like it kind of looked like it was all Cardinals fans. I didn't really see any Seahawks in there. I just saw a bunch of red. So
Yeah.
like what the
Seahawks
hell's
fans are all
going
bloody.
on?
No, I've noticed that around the league that the fans are fighting amongst themselves, not against other teams. Because what was it, the Minnesota game or the Rams game where the Rams fans were fighting each other. They weren't fighting fans of the other team. They were fighting each other, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And the same thing, I saw a video with the Steelers. The Steelers, there were like fights breaking out during the Steelers-Baltimore game, and the Steelers fans were fighting each other. And I'm like, why? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and to be honest too, I mean, every game that I've been to, and I've sat in the visitor side quite a bit. Chiefs fans are fucking awesome. Seattle fans, when I was there this weekend, they were all fucking cool. I mean, we
Except
were
for
all
the one sitting next to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, besides the guy that was next to me, everybody was fucking cool, and everybody had their chant. So yeah, big deal. We have a chant. It's not as cool as the Seahawk thing. We have the Go Cardinal thing or whatever. Big deal. But I mean, like, everyone has their own shit, but everybody was respectful. When we walked out of that stadium, it was just like another day. We were all talking about stuff or going to the bar and hanging out,
Yeah. And even
Everybody
before
was
the game, I was tailgating out on the Great Lawn with a bunch of Cardinals fans, and everybody was cool. It was a great time. This lady had a chicken that she painted green, put a 3 on it, and she had it had a cock and balls that she'd pinned to it. It was a roasted chicken. It wasn't a live chicken. It was a dead chicken. And she made all the Seahawks. She made all the Seahawks people take pictures with it, and it was a good time. Everybody just had a lot of fun.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and everybody was cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys hold hands?
No, we didn't hold hands.
He cuddled with me when I cried a little bit after I lost.
I may have mounted him a little bit in my effort to high five other Seahawks fans.
He may have.
You got the good old ride-up cowboy, huh?
Yep.
Fucking Captain Willie. It was a great fucking game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was a great game. He did buy me a beer.
I did. I bought his beer.
Did you guys rub beards?
Inadvertently. I mean, he doesn't really have a beard. He's kind of got.
Well, he trimmed it. He trimmed it.
Face.
Yeah.
I have a beard.
Yeah, I trimmed my beard. It was pretty crazy before I left, but it was just getting too crazy, so I cleaned up.
What would you describe my beard as?
Manly Bushman. You're like Duck Dynasty status almost. Maybe a little bit smaller than that, but you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
You're getting there, dude. Keep on working on it.
Yeah, it's so hard to not do anything at all.
Nice.
Do nothing. And
Yeah.
it just goes. It's
All
weird.
in all-
I don't know why.
All in all, great game. I fucking enjoyed the hell out of it. And I had fun with you too, buddy. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Miguel, what's your what the fuck guy?
Did you guys get a presidential alert today?
Yes.
What the fuck? That's just, it was so random out of nowhere. I mean, I looked it up afterward and it was like scheduled to be done. So it was known that it was going to happen, but just why do we need a presidential alert?
Because that's what he wanted to call it, I guess. I have no idea.
No, honestly, it has nothing to do with Trump. So
No.
it was the FEMA and who else? Another government agency that was planning on doing it, and it's just for, I don't know.
But wasn't he stating something like he wanted it called that way or some shit?
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
It had nothing to do with him. It's just the government agencies were planning on doing it, and they did it. So they have Amber Alert. They have, now they're going to have a presidential alert, which means, that's the level. National states of emergency, or, if there's something for Arizona and he declares a wildfire state of emergency, then we'll get that stupid beeping shit that scares
The
everybody.
presidential thing. Yeah.
But I mean, we already have that in place for like flash flooding, so why don't they just use the same system? Is this supposed to be an entirely different system?
Yeah, because it overrides like the weather bug or the weather channel. It's just, there's no app attached to it. It's just like an alert. That's all.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm saying we already have the flood warnings that aren't weather bug. It's the same emergency alert as Amber Alerts. So I guess it's just what the fuck? What's the purpose when we already have systems in place that we need this quote unquote presidential alert?
Is this presidential alert something like if we were like getting bombed or something crazy like that?
It could
Or is
be.
this?
It could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
in case, Nuclear missiles set to hit Phoenix. Kiss your ass goodbye. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Everybody log in one last time.
Right. Selfie.
End of the world
Look,
selfies.
I can see the mushroom.
Right.
Oh. Any other what the fucks, guys?
Fuck you, Chris.
Real quick, what the fuck?
There you go.
Kind of goes back on that Bowsette thing. So I understand if those of you listeners that don't know what it's about, there's a new power up from Toadette in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and what she does is she puts on this crown, and she becomes who looks like Princess Peach, but it's called Peachette, I think she's called. And this fan community went wild and said, well, what if Bowser puts it on and somebody drew it as Bowsette? So, of course, porn things are going crazy. Cosplayers, we've got half-naked women, I'm not complaining, dressed like, Bowsette, and they have Booette, King Booette, or Queen Booette, whatever. Chomp has one. The damn plant has one. The bullet has one. I mean, they're all over the place. But my what the fuck is all these guys, everybody's like sweating over it. It looks cool, but the principle behind it, you're saying that if I put a crown that turns Bowser into a woman, it's automatically hot as hell. But what happens when the crown falls off and Bowser goes back to being a man?
Right in the
Or
middle.
a male in the middle of you doing your fantasy hentai thing or whatever.
They should make a video like that since they're making porn anyway, where the
Yeah.
crown falls off.
Crown falls off, yeah. Somebody's hitting it from behind and then bloop. Oh shit, it's
man.
Bowser and then his ass, yeah. You know what I mean. That's
Oh,
just my what
man.
the fuck. I mean, it's cool
That'd
to
be-
look at and stuff, but when you really think about it, it's like, okay, what's society doing?
That would be a
Nothing
hilarious
of major
video.
importance.
Yeah.
First world problem.
Yep. First world problems. Damn. We're lucky, aren't we? All right, so we're going to move on down to our rando shit this week. Who wants to go first on any rando shit they have this week?
Joe, perhaps?
Joey. Joe, perhaps?
Joe?
So-
do you
Joe,
want to
do
do
you
this
have
now?
something, Joe?
Should we have
for
him save
our-
it?
Okay, yeah, well.
What were you going to say?
I have a little speech to give before Joe gets to his speech.
Okay. I'll do my rando shit real quick. There's a storm headed into Williams right now. I can hear thunder, so hopefully I don't get cut out. Let's see. I have a dilemma, guys, and I need some help with my fantasy team. So, Joe, you don't have to help me on the Money League because, we're playing each other this week. So, Joe, you can sit out on this. But let's see. First one, this is my family league. So, Joe, you can help on this one. Mahomes or Drew Brees?
Who's Mahomes playing?
Jackson.
Mahomes, Jacksonville. So we got that defense to deal with. And then let's see. Breeze is playing Atlanta, I believe.
No.
No? Oh, who's he playing? Hold on, let me look. Damn it.
They played 2 weeks ago.
You're right. And that's when Matt Ryan went off.
That's when they both went off.
Yeah, they both did, actually. You're right. Because they were like going back and forth. Let's see. And it is raining like crazy right now.
They're playing Washington.
Pittsburgh.
No, they're playing
Okay.
Washington. New Orleans is
All right.
playing Washington this week.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
you're
on
right. You're
Monday.
right. Okay, right. Yeah, who should I pick for that? Should I drop in Breeze?
I never trust Breeze. Never, ever.
Or should I just use Mahomes? He's been on fire. It's just Jacksonville's defense is pretty rough.
Well, I was reading that
They're
Jacksonville's
good.
secondary is tough, but that doesn't mean he's going to be throwing deep. So it may have the same statistics or the same points as the Denver game. So Jacksonville is not great against the rush.
Okay.
Plus, I was reading a statistic where they're prone to lose or give up a bunch of yardage to quarterbacks that throw to the wide receiver. So if you do play Mahomes, he's going to be throwing it to Kareem Hunt. If you play Breeze against Washington, they only have one good corner, which is Josh Norman. And he's going to be on Michael Thomas, but there's so many weapons on both teams. It's just a flip of the coin. It's pick your poison, buddy. Honestly,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Well, here's the other thing. Where are the games being played?
Let's see.
So it's going to be in New Orleans,
5.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Kansas City. So, you want to play Drew Brees at home? Or
He
you wanna
plays
play,
good in the dome, right?
Yep. Brees plays good in the dome. So, honestly, if it was me, I'd hate to say this, but I would probably, if I had to choose, I would play Brees over Mahomes.
I'll just bench Mahomes this week. Okay. That's kind of what I have set up right now. I didn't know if I should drop in Mahomes or not because he's been killing it. But
And plus,
I'll do that next
I'm
week.
thinking that AP, if he's healthy, he may blow up. But they're saying he's questionable right now. So
Okay. One more. I have a wide receiver dilemma on the money league. I just want to know who do you think I should bench? So I've got Kenny Golladay, Alshon Jeffrey, Keenan Allen, Juju Smith-Schuster. Which one should I bench out of those?
You never bench Juju.
I know, that's what I was thinking. Keeping Juju. Keenan Allen, maybe. Alshon Jeffrey did pretty good. And then Kenny Golladay, man, he's been fucking spot on, and I hear that he might have a big game next week. So Galladay's Detroit.
playing in Detroit against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. And they gave up 52.5 points or some craziness in the air last week or something. I forgot what it was, the stats, but it was a really good stat for Detroit to have against Green Bay's secondary. So I don't know. That's a tough one.
I
would
personally
you do?
bench Galladay because, they have Marvin Jones Jr. and Golden Tate to go to as well, so he's not as needed. He's the third option. He's a little further in the depth chart than everyone else is on your list.
He's been solid though, dude. He's gotten 12, 16, 14, and then he dropped down to 7 this last week. So, but he's been scoring touchdowns left and right. I don't know. But you would say Galladay?
I would.
Okay. Joe, if you want to help, it's up to you.
Is this you? Well, we're playing against each other this week, so I really don't care. Honestly, I would say I would put Alshon Jeffrey over Galladay because Minnesota just gave up 465 yards to Jared Goff.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So I don't know. This may be the game where Minnesota's defense comes back angry, or
Well, plus after the game last year.
yeah. Plus, this is the revenge game for the playoffs last year. So,
Okay.
it's
Cool.
up to you, Alshon Jeffrey. I see you got Brandon Marshall down there too, but
Yeah, he hasn't been doing much. He might be another slot. I might drop him and get somebody else.
because
He hasn't been doing much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. That was pretty much my rando shit. So Miguel, speech away, sir.
So for those new listeners that are here, I just want to put out a disclaimer that Joe, we used to have a segment that we would do every once in a while called Joe Hates Everything, because Joe pretty much hates everything, and that's where he gets his flip-floppiness from. So for the conversations that occur here, just remember Joe hates everything. And yeah, That's why he goes off on things. So, Joe, take it away.
Warning, the next portion of this podcast is filled with 17 years of Tom Brady's career and may get boring for some. If you're not interested in real facts about Tom Brady and why Joe thinks Tom is not the GOAT, now is the time to stop listening. And game on.
All right. So in response to me, last week, saying that Drew Brees was not the GOAT, we got a response from
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Sorry, Tom Brady is the GOAT, but my argument was that he doesn't deserve it. That Drew Brees should be. Anyway, we have a response from a listener. His name is Joe Emil, or email, or however you would say it. First off, this depends on how you take it, but he says, "Dear number 2, or is it Deuce? ? Not sure." So already that's a slap. Okay, he's like, "Boy, them's fighting words."
So
He goes on to say, in regards to your praise for Drew Brees being the GOAT, I can't help myself, but your whole argument is tremendously flawed. Don't get me wrong, Brees is a stud, second best in the league right now, but let me learn you some things. This is verbatim. I'm reading what he wrote. Can't deny Brees' stats and his accomplishments. They truly are impressive. One would think with all those yards, there would be some more wins and playoff success. Weird. And with that, let's not mention the fact that playing in a dome doesn't help significantly or during garbage time. And then in bold, underline, hence why just having the stats doesn't put you on top. Brady's stats are comparable, not better, but definitely good enough. The coach argument doesn't help your case either. Peyton is top tier, but he says BB is better, but Belichick wasn't anything before Brady. So to give him credit for Brady's greatness is laughable. When you said Rodgers would have made every Super Bowl if he played under Bill Belichick, I literally laughed out loud. You mean the same Rodgers that blew the NFC Championship game against Seattle after his team gave him 4 or 5 turnovers? The same Rodgers that got blown out against Atlanta and just rolled over in the second half? The dude that has great talent, quote unquote, and the best thrower of the ball can't beat elite defenses when it matters. Brady is known for that. What happened to each of those years? Oh yeah, rings 4 and 5 against those very same teams. Strange. You were quick to negate the 5 rings because it's a team sport. So Michael Jordan isn't the GOAT, Mantle, Williams, or Ruth isn't the GOAT, Montana wasn't the GOAT before Brady. You understand what I'm saying? But let's entertain that for a minute. Let's go through some history and see where the team came in at. Let's break down each Super Bowl and the Raiders game. His defense was behind double digits against Raiders, and Brady brought them back. His defense blew double-digit lead against Rams, and Brady brought them back. Adam Vinatieri missed 2 field goals earlier against Carolina in the Super Bowl, and the defense blew lead late again. Carolina scored 18 fourth-quarter points. Brady put up 19 and had another game-winning drive. They had a 10-point fourth-quarter lead against the Eagles in 24-14, and defense almost blew that lead, came down to the wire. He had an 80-yard drive in 07 that put them in the lead, and defense blew it. He had the lead in late in 11 Super Bowl against Giants and blew it. Was down double digits against Seattle and Atlanta. Brady brought them back with the greatest fourth quarters in Super Bowl history. He came back from 3 double digits deficit against Eagles, and defense blew it. So yes, technically you are correct that it is a team game, and since Brady has bailed out his defense more than enough, it's safe to say Brady is the most responsible for the success. Let's also not forget all of this has resulted in 4 Super Bowl MVPs, which is the most ever. So recap, Brees and just stats equals great. Brady with stats and wins and playoff success, best playoff stats ever, and 5 rings and 4 Super Bowl MVPs, greatest of all time. Anyway, love the podcast. Just started listening last week. Like what I'm hearing. Sounds like you guys have a blast doing it, and it makes it fun to listen. Take it easy. Go Pats. TB12 the GOAT.
Did that hurt to say just now?
Did that burn a little bit?
No, because I'm reading it verbatim. So.
Oh, okay. You would never say that without reading it, though.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't remember seeing that in the email.
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, I think you just said that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
All right. So this is going to be my response to him. Okay. It's the counter that. And I'm going to go back a little bit and kind of give you the history and then kind of go year by year up until this point. So here we go. Tom Brady. Wait, let me get a drink of water real quick because my throat's going to get all dry.
From when you start crying?
No. Nuh-uh. Okay, Tom Brady. Obviously, everybody knows he was drafted in the 6th round in 2000. Okay? He was...
Go Blue.
Yeah, he was a late rounder who sat out for a year as a third-string quarterback. And, of course, who was the quarterback that he surpassed? Damon Huard, who was a second-string quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. So, obviously, there's no competition. Brady started out third, and again, in training camp, jumped to the second-string spot with his amazing season performance of 1 for 3 with 6 passing yards. Damon Huard's stats that year was 0 for 0. Drew Bledsoe took just about every Patriot snap that year, all except for 5. Okay? Bledsoe got injured at the end of the second game of the season. Tom Brady came in and went an amazing, sarcastically, 50%, going 5 for 10 for 46 yards before throwing 4 straight incompletions and finishing 5 for 14. Okay? He only got to the Jets' 29-yard line, once again proving that he can't go all the way when he needs to, just within the field goal range. And of course, it's not hard to win a game by a field goal. It's not an impressive fourth quarter comeback when it depends most on the kicker. His statistics, now this is when he started in 2000, 13 for 23, 168 yards, 0 touchdowns. The Patriots as a team scored 44 points. Tom Brady scored 0. This would start the remarkable streak for Tom Brady. In 2001, he scored all of 18 touchdowns. How many did the Patriots score as a team? So the 18 touchdowns equals 108 points. The Patriots as a team scored 351. Tom Brady scored a little over 30% of all the Patriots' points. Their offense was ranked 19th in total yards. Their saving grace was their top 10 running game, and yet he made it to the Pro Bowl. Okay? There's no logical reason for him to make the Pro Bowl. Everyone loves the underdog, and Brady was that, so it was a popularity contest. Tom Brady didn't step it up until the playoffs, as most people say. He steps it up when it's on the line. We all know that, right? So the Patriots beat the Raiders 16-13 because of the tuck rule. You mean a fucking fumble, okay? Oakland initially recovered the ball, but citing the tuck rule, which states that any forward throwing motion by a quarterback begins a pass, even if the quarterback loses possession of the ball as he is attempting to tug it back towards his body, which the referee, Walt Coleman, overturned during that game. But anyway, so they did win by a field goal, but Brady still performed under pressure. He only had 6 yards per attempt, 0 touchdowns, and an interception. Just a reminder that Rich Gannon put up better numbers against a much, much harder defense in the same game. But Brady got all the credit. Oh, and it was snowing, and he was wearing his Uggs. So, surely Tom Brady deserves the credit for the Pittsburgh Steelers game that followed after that. And there was a 24-17 final score, won by a touchdown. No. So it was 4th and 6. On the Pittsburgh 13, Pittsburgh punts a nice punt all the way to the Pats 23. Troy Edwards steps out of bounds and then comes back in, illegal procedure. For the second punt attempt, the refs lined up the ball at the incorrect hash mark, which the refs would eventually apologize for the next day. A 55-yard touchdown return. There's your game-winning touchdown. Okay? And Brady was 12 for 18, and finally a percentage above 50%, but with 0 touchdowns. 2001 Super Bowl victory. 20-17, Pats won, and we all know what happened. Brady leads the drive and gets a game-winning field goal, except let's recap the plays of that drive. First off, before the drive, the 2 previous possessions, Tom Brady went 3 and out twice. The defense, being godly, can stop a top 5 high-flying, some of the greatest passing of all time offense with Kurt Warner and Isaac Bruce and Terry Holt and with Marshall Faulk. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in 10 minutes, the defense scored a touchdown and got a 30-yard return that after Brady went 3 and out, Adam Vinatieri got a field goal with. But the drive, the defense gets the ball back on the Pat 17-yard line with 21 minutes with a minute 21 remaining. J.R. Redmond for 8 yards in the flat. J.R. Redmond for 5 yards in the flat. J.R. Redmond for 11 yards in the flat. Okay, and they're at the New England 41. Troy Brown for 4 yards. He breaks a tackle and runs 19 yards. That's a 23-yard gain. Okay, Super Bowl MVP, Troy Brown maybe? No, it goes to Tom Brady. Tom Brady wants he wants to go to the end zone. He wants to win it in style, and the Rams know it. So they dump to Jermaine Wiggins, who fights his way forward all of 6 yards to get to the Rams' 30-yard line. Adam Vinatieri kicks. It's good. Tom Brady's Super Bowl MVP. Okay? And you ask, why? Because the defense can hold the all-time great offense to 3 stops. Adam can kick 2 field goals. Troy Brown can break a tackle and run 20 yards. And cornerbacks and can run for TDs. What did Brady do to deserve the MVP title? Nothing. Okay, more yards to Brady's numbers. The overall numbers for the game. 0 interceptions. Okay, and the correct answer, obviously, zero interceptions. He averaged some long passes. He only averaged 5 yards in each attempt. The entire postseason, the Patriots offense, including field goals, scored 23 points. 3 games, 23 points. That's close to 8 points a game. So 8 points, but the Raiders scored 13, Steelers scored 17, and the Rams scored 17. So that's why it's a team game. And because defense wins championships when your quarterback is Tom Brady and your coach is Bill Belichick. That goes to my argument about Brady's not great, Belichick is great. Tom Brady has 3-0 playoff record at this point and overrated. Okay. And in 2002, Brady led the Patriots to a 9-7 record and failed to make the playoffs. Not his fault, because the AFC was tougher than the NFC that year. Yeah, but surely he was the reason that they scored the reason for those 9 wins, not those 7 losses. During the Tennessee Titans game, the Patriots scored 7. Patriots scored a few more points, and Tom Brady throws interceptions. Oakland Raiders, Tom Brady is given the ball in the 4th quarter, 20-27, down losing. His team needs a touchdown, and Brady doesn't do anything. But he gets them into field goal position, and they kick a field goal. Green Bay Packers. Pats scored 10, Packers scored 28. Okay? And then we all know about the Jets. Now, this is during the playoffs in 2002. We obviously know that the Jets lost horribly, 44-7, and we don't need to talk about that. They lost that game. But Brady led the league in touchdowns that year, according to some folks, and he did with 28. Now, the statistic behind 28 touchdowns goes back to when there were short seasons and there weren't that many people that actually threw for 28 touchdowns. So, we all know 2002 was Brady's off year. It was only his career high in touchdowns, rushing yards, tied for second in yards per attempt within 100 yards of being second in yards. He only posted 14 INTs, giving him a good enough quarterback rating, just not good enough to win games and get in the playoffs and make it to the Pro Bowl. Since 2002, there have been few QBs that have attempted 2,000 passes. One of them is Tom Brady, and he averages 5th in yards per attempt, which is not bad. If you include those who didn't reach 2,000 attempts, Brady falls a bit, but because Donovan McNabb, Drew Brees, Steve McNair, Trent Green, Dante Culpepper, Carson Palmer, Ben Roethlisberger, and Rich Gannon did get 2,000 attempts. Okay? They did, however, have higher yards per attempt amount than Tom Brady, each one of those quarterbacks. But what Tom Brady doesn't do in the regular season doesn't compare what he does in the postseason, right? That's what a lot of TB12 fans will say. Tom Brady's career playoff yards per attempt at that point in time was 6.23. His playoff QB rating was 86.8, and his completion percentage was 60.6. Okay? His regular season numbers, yards per attempt, 7. QB rating at 88.4. Completion percentage is 61.9. So, Tom Brady is actually worse in the playoffs than he is in the regular season. Tom Brady is an above-average quarterback in the regular season with a good defense, who in the playoffs becomes an average quarterback with a great defense. So, Tom Brady's best year, of course, was 2005. It was the 85th best season of any quarterback. His second best season was 182nd. He has never had a great season by any standards. In 2002, all of the numbers except for touchdowns were below the league average. But he stepped in other playoff moments. 2003, the Patriots defense is top 5 defense in terms of points allowed. Tom Brady faces the Titans, and 14-14 in the fourth quarter. Tom Brady leads the game-ending drive for a game-winning field goal, not touchdown. The drive was 13 yards. The Patriots' kick return took them all the way to the Titans' 43, and Tom Brady gave them 13 yards of sheer talent to win the game with the Adam Vinatieri field goal. And that his defense and special teams allowed him to get because they won a game with only 17 points in the playoffs. Let's see. Going on. Now we're talking about Colts versus Patriots. Colts win 24-14, Patriots win 24-14. Manning threw 4 interceptions, 3 of which went to Ty Law. The Colts defense, horrible at that time. And Tom Brady also forced a throw into the red zone, which gave the Colts the ball back because they threw an interception. The Patriots scored 24 points, 1 Tom Brady TD pass, 1 safety, 5 field goals. 5 field goals. So Tom Brady's 5-0 in the playoffs at this point. And why? Okay. The Super Bowl versus Carolina. Brady gets his first truly positive playoff game. 3 touchdowns, 354 yards, 1 INT. But it only took him 48 attempts to get that. Jake Delhomme threw for 323 yards, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions versus the number 1 defense. Carolina was 13th against the pass that year, while the Patriots were number 1, and Tom Brady took longer to put up what he put up a worse game than Jake Delhomme. But, of course, Tom Brady gets the credit. 2004. Okay, Patriots defense is... Okay.
14 more years to go, guys.
It gets faster, I promise. The Patriots defense is up again, top 10 in yards, top 10 in scoring allowed. In terms of scoring itself, it is again, of course, number 1. Playoffs, Steelers. Tom Brady throws for 207 yards. The defense forces 4 turnovers, has a defensive touchdown. Roethlisberger gets one of the few losses of his playoff career, and he has just a few playoff losses, just as few as Tom Brady. But yet, Tom is the GOAT. Eagles versus Patriots, Super Bowl. Patriots win 24-21. The defense held Brian Westbrook to 44 yards, which made the Eagles a one-dimensional team, forces 4 turnovers. He threw for 236 yards and 2 touchdowns. Okay? Again, the defense. 2005, Patriots have a subpar year. The defense is finally not top 20. Okay? Injuries suffered. You had Corey Dillon, Patrick Pass, Kevin Falk, forced the Patriots to rely more on Brady's passing. So this is his time to shine. They get to the playoffs. They cremate the bipolar Jacksonville Jaguars, where that year were 1 game up, 1 game down. They were really great and then really bad, really great, really bad. Brady gets those 28 points against a crappy defense, and then faces his first playoff loss, which was to the Broncos, 13-27. Unfortunately, because the defense wasn't that good this year, the 13 to 17 points Tom Brady usually puts up in a playoff game wasn't enough for a victory. No fourth quarter comeback, no drive, just a loss in Tom Brady's playoff record for the first time. Broncos were a good team that year. Moving on to 2006, 37-16 Patriots over Jets victory. Because he shined in that game, he adjusted the game plan with a worse set of wide receivers that he has ever had in his career. The Chargers game, even a Patriots fan should be able to admit Tom Brady did nothing to win this game, nor did the Patriots. The Chargers lost that game with a record number of drops in the postseason game by a single player, Eric Parker, which had 4. Tom Brady threw 3 interceptions when it should have been 5 if the Chargers could have caught the interceptions. And the Patriots win by a field goal. But because Tom Brady leads another short, less than 20-yard drive and gets less than 300 yards off more than 500 or 50 attempts. So the defense won it again, but now they have to face the Colts. The Patriots lead at halftime, 21-6. The Colts and Peyton Manning stage a comeback, culminating the last-minute interception thrown by who? Tom Brady. And the Patriots lost the game to the Colts 34-38. So that year, he was not among the players initially selected to the Pro Bowl. In 2007, playing with a dramatically overhauled receiver core, the Patriots acquired Dante Stallworth, Wes Welker, Kelly Washington, and Randy Moss, tight end Kyle Brady, and running back Sammy Morris. They did go 16-0 that season. The AFC as a whole finished below 500. They faced an average defense ranking that whole season. They faced an average defense ranking of 14. So 14th in the league. That was the average defensive ranking that they faced all year. Pats versus Giants, round 1. Number 4 defense, Patriots. Number 17 ranked defense, Giants. That Super Bowl key moment goes down to that David Tyree catch. And this is the only season that I will give to Tom Brady, statistically, is the 2007 season. 2008, the Patriots' season opener against the Kansas City Chiefs at home in Gillette Stadium. Brady left the game with a serious knee injury due to a hit by Bernard Pollard. Thank you. Despite Brady's absence, the Patriots managed to finish the 2008 season with an 11-5 record. But wait, I had said that you put Aaron Rodgers in Bill Belichick's system and he would have won everything, right? Oh, no, it's not Bill Belichick's system. Perfect example, 2008. Who started for the Patriots that season? Obviously, Tom Brady was in game 1. Who started after that? Matt Castle. Here's his statistics for 2008. ESPN QBR is 65.3, completion percentage of 63.4%. He threw for 3,600 yards. The team's rushing yards was 2,200. They had 2,278 yards rushing. They had the 8th ranked defense. However, due to tiebreakers, the Patriots had the same record as the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens went to the playoffs. But they had an 11-5 record that year with Matt Castle. And a below average quarterback. And they went 11-5. So don't tell me that Tom Brady can, it's because of Tom Brady. No. You put any quarterback in Bill Belichick's system and they will succeed. Why do you think they got rid of Garoppolo? Because Tom Brady knew that if Garoppolo had jumped in, he would be done. In 2009, October 18, 2009, the snowstorm hit. Brady set an NFL record against the Tennessee Titans for the most touchdowns in a single quarter, throwing 5 in the second quarter. He finished the game with 6 touchdowns, tying his career best in 380 yards, completing 29 of 34 attempts, finishing with a nearly perfect passer rating of 152.8. He earned his second AFC Offensive Player of the Week nod for his efforts against the Titans. The Patriots' 59-0 victory over the Titans tied the record for the largest margin of victory since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger, and set the record for the largest halftime lead in NFL history, which was 45-0. The Titans had the 31st ranked pass defense in 2009. Go figure. Of course. Brady ended the 2009 season throwing for 154 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a wild card round loss to the Ravens, 33-14, and his first career home playoff loss. Yeah, and they had the number 5 ranked defense that year. The Patriots did. 2010. Okay. After earning the number 1 seed in a bye week, the Patriots lost to the Jets in the divisional round by a score of 28-21. Brady finished the game 29-45 for 299, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. His 1 interception ended his NFL record of consecutive passes without interception. Big deal. So they didn't do anything that year. 2011. Okay, Patriots 45-10 rout of the Broncos in the divisional round set a personal postseason best with 363 passing yards. He threw for 6 touchdowns. The win, his first postseason win since 2008, gave Brady and the Patriots head coach Belichick sole possession of the NFL record for postseason wins by quarterback head coach combo with 15. In the AFC Championship game against the Ravens, Brady failed to throw a touchdown pass. Failed. Though he did pass for 239 yards and scored 1-yard rushing touchdown. A missed field goal from the Ravens kicker, Billy Cundiff, gave Brady and the Patriots a 23-20 victory, sending the Patriots to the Super Bowl for the 5th time. Okay? And they met none other than the New York Giants. Okay? And Brady played well, leading a Super Bowl record, tying 96-yard touchdown drive to close the first half, and at one point completing 16 passes in a row. Okay, which gave him a 20 of 23 partway in the third quarter. Brady threw 2 touchdowns against 1 interception and was penalized for intentional grounding in the end zone, which gave up a crucial safety to the Giants, and the final score was 21-17. The Giants prevented Brady from winning that Super Bowl again. 2012, Brady started with the Patriots. He started both playoff games, winning 41-28 against the Texans with the victory.
2012.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Brady surpassed Joe Montana that year, okay, but they lost to the Ravens, 28-13, which the Ravens went on to win the Super Bowl. 2013, okay, they added Gronk, 2013, Gronk was injured, Hernandez was injured, Wes Welker was he departed to the Broncos, Danny Woodhead left for the Chargers, Brandon Lloyd was released. In order to replace the 5 players, they signed Danny Amendola and Dobson, Josh Boyce, and undrafted free agent Kimbrel Tompkins. First 2 games of the season, Brady completed 52% of his passes and had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brady finished the season 12-4, earned the 2nd seed in the AFC first round bye. Divisional round against the Colts, Brady made his 25th playoff appearance. Let's see, he passed for 198 yards as the Patriots won 43-22 behind a 4 touchdown performance from LeGarrette Blount. Okay, the following week, the Patriots lost 26-16 to the Broncos. They didn't make it that year. 2014 was the Super Bowl against the Seahawks, and we don't want to talk about that because, Pete Carroll, you don't throw it when you're on the 1-yard line. Yeah, he did. Brady completed 37 passes in that game. Okay. 2015, with the return of Julian Edelman. Yeah, the Chiefs, they defeated the Chiefs by a score of 27-20. And then they go to the Broncos, Mile High. And the Broncos' top-ranked defense harassed Brady, who completed 27 of 56 passes with 2 interceptions and a touchdown all day. And the Patriots eventually lost the game 20-18 after a potential game-tying 2-point conversion failed. 2016, I'm just going to say it. Dumb coaching decision on Atlanta's part, because they could have kicked the field goal and ended the Super Bowl, and the Patriots would have never come back, okay? And the Edelman catch was a miracle. I'm going to say it. It was a miracle. There's something with that catch that he should not have caught that, but he did, okay? And that has nothing to do with Tom Brady. Nothing. Yes, he threw for 43 completions, 62 attempts, 466 passing yards in what they call the greatest comeback. Big deal. Okay? 2017, the Patriots faced off against the Eagles and their second string quarterback, Nick Foles. Brady completed 28 on 48 for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a Super Bowl record for 505 yards. With roughly 2 minutes remaining in the game, the Eagles leading 38-33, Brady was strip sacked by Brandon Graham. The Eagles recovered the fumble and cemented their 41-33 win with a field goal. This is the third time overall that Brady had lost in the Super Bowl, as well as the first time he had lost a Super Bowl to a team and a quarterback other than the Giants. So, in closing, okay, Tom Brady is an above-average quarterback, successful quarterback. Not to insult any Patriot fans. Tom Brady is, for a lack of better term, a system quarterback. He fits in perfectly to the mold that Belichick has built and proceeded to build around Brady. The Patriots' offense is one that highlights Brady's strengths and superbly masks his weaknesses. For starters, Brady's acclaimed ability to expertly read any defense is a far less awesome feat when considering the consistent offensive line that he has been protected by. Matt Light, who protected his blind side for 3 of Brady's 4 Super Bowl wins as left tackle. Brady could rely on the same O-line to act as his wall for at least 7 consecutive years, with the exception of the right tackle. His 2014 ring came after a season where he was only sacked a total of 21 times. Okay? With wide receivers from Deion Branch, Wes Welker, Gronkowski, Randy Moss, and kickers who has often saved Brady's ass by the third greatest in terms of points of all time, Adam Vinatieri, was amazing. Defensively, Brady has had at least one top 20 linebacker and an overall top 10 defense for each of his Super Bowl wins. Football is a team sport, okay? Despite all of this, Brady is nonetheless consistently referred to as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Tom Brady has a career 7.4 yards per attempt, which puts him 32nd on the all-time list. Not exactly what you'd expect from the GOAT. To give Brady the benefit of the doubt, we can also examine his yards per completion stat, which factors out receiver error. Over his career, Brady has averaged 11.7 per completion, which lands him at 136th on the all-time list. And the yards per completion stat doesn't include yards after the catch, of which the Patriots have been top 10 in the league for 6 out of the last 7 years. With receivers often defy human limitations, obviously Gronk, and consistently lead the league in yards after completion. Brady's great strength only seems more and more feeble, but this works for the Patriots. Belichick has cultivated an organization that does not need a powerhouse arm, but instead thrives off of Brady's measly but accurate passes. Brady's success has also been aided by a variety of other factors. Again, the AFC East isn't exactly the most competitive place in the league. The Patriots are an incredible organization. They have a team that will continue to break records year after year and play in a style so innovative that the league can do nothing but follow their lead. Okay, Belichick has created a dynasty. Tom Brady doesn't suck, but he is not the greatest quarterback ever to play the game. Tom Brady can go 13 for 30 yards to get you into field goal range. Tom Brady can throw 300 yards if you give him 48 to 52 attempts to do so. Tom Brady can drop an above average set of numbers to an average set, above average to an average set of numbers in the postseason. Tom Brady has had a top 10 defense every time he's won the Super Bowl, and has never put up more than 50% of the points for that season. Tom Brady is not the GOAT.
Wow. One question, Joe. Where did you get your information?
My sources are pro.
I hate TomBrady.com.
No,
Oh, sorry.
It's called profootballreference.com.
Oh, okay.
Any
Okay.
and every
Nice.
statistic that you can find on the NFL is on that website.
Nice.
I mean, if you wanted to know what the kickers percentage for 2006 was for, the Lions, you could.
And you printed this out? Was your printer exhausted?
No, I just typed it on my laptop.
Oh.
It's a Word document. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
so
Hey, man, just checking because that was like that was like 18 years worth of shit.
Well, yeah, it was 18 years worth of stuff that still proves that, yes, okay, he doesn't suck. He's an above average quarterback, but that just goes to my argument that he's a product of that system. If you would have put, yes, okay, Aaron Rodgers flopped. Maybe I didn't use the correct player in that scenario, but I'm pretty sure with all of the coaching that Tom Brady has had, if you were to put any other quarterback in that scenario, you're talking the same output or more. If you were to put Drew Brees, which was the original argument, if you were to put Drew Brees in Bill Belichick's system, I guarantee you Drew Brees would have all of the numbers.
Yeah, and
it goes
for sure.
that argument with the yards after the catch. Okay? Yeah. They count the statistics, so his 5-yard pass turns into a 85-yard or an 80-yard run. Oh, Tom Brady threw for 90 yards. It's like, no. He threw for 5. And then the wide receiver ran
right.
after the catch. So yeah, there were a couple times I looked statistically where he threw, in the one Super Bowl, he threw for a 60-yard pass to Randy Moss. That was it. That was the highest yardage pass in that game.
So you're saying Tom Brady is not your GOAT?
He's not my GOAT. Okay.
Yeah, he's not your GOAT, dude.
And, going back to Joe's email, thank you for responding. But I don't think my opinion is flawed. I still don't think, in my opinion, he deserves the GOAT title.
Please, Joe, if you want, go ahead and counter this on an email, and we'll keep this going, because I still feel Tom Brady's arms a little heavy from those 5 rings. I'm just saying. I mean, to kind of stir the pot a little bit.
Right.
So yeah.
I actually have a little bit of a confession. I actually know this guy. I work with him.
Ah,
I wanted to hear your response. I mean, I don't think that you would have changed your response knowing that I know him, Joe Emmel. But I wanted just to hear your response before I said I know him.
I figured you knew him. I was like, there's no way, huh?
Why?
Because all
Based
you
on
TB12 guys stick together, end to end.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, I just don't think he deserves the GOAT title. I really don't. I mean, yeah, I could, I'm not saying me personally, but you give anybody opportunity to play for 18, 20 years in the NFL, of course you're going to have records because other players are going to come and go. I mean, we would still have this statistic if Peyton Manning decided to stay. Would we still call Tom Brady the GOAT if Peyton Manning stayed? Would we still call Tom Brady the GOAT even if, if Brett Favre stayed, who says he can still play football? Or Kurt Warner? It's just a what if. But in my opinion, no, I would never call Tom Brady the greatest of all time. I would call him the most successful quarterback. But that doesn't make him great. In my opinion. And I praise the Patriots organization. As much as I hate the fucking team, I praise them. They knew how to win. They know how to win. Whether it's deflating balls or recording practices or, whatever, they know how to
Cheating.
Mm-hmm. Well, you did throw some bullets today, so maybe we'll see some fire back
We'll see.
from
I
good
don't
old
know.
Joe.
I didn't mean to overwhelm, but I just wanted to make sure my point was clear. That statistically, he can throw for the yardage, but he doesn't win the games. Like he depends on his team to win. So, those times where I said, yeah, he got him in field goal range and they kicked a field goal, but he alone did not win the game.
Well,
Yeah, but like
30
you said,
minutes
it's a
clear.
team sport. Nobody alone wins the game.
Right. And to argue about Michael Jordan, it's hard to compare to sports where you play both sides. You play defense and offense. So obviously Michael Jordan could be called the greatest basketball player of all time because he's won Defensive Player of the Year. He's won all the titles. You play both sides of the ball. Have Tom Brady try and catch a wide receiver on a slant route? No. Right? So it's hard.
I'm pretty sure I'm faster than Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's hard to compare.
You mean like the Super Bowl pass last year?
Oh, you almost had it there. Oh. Anyway. But yeah, to compare a player that plays both sides of the ball against a football player, you can't do that. It really, even baseball, they play offense and defense, so
well, shots fired. Shots fired. I like it.
Tupac's still alive.
He is. Where is he?
Malaysia.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you get his new album?
I don't know. Suge Knight just confessed it in prison, so.
Oh, shit. In hell?
I don't know. He said Tupac's
Knight's-
still alive. He faked his death. He's in Malaysia.
Shook Knight's dead, isn't he?
No.
No.
No, he's not dead.
He's locked up, man.
Oh,
Jail.
shit. Okay. I thought he'd. Oh, okay. Because I seen this thing where someone was auctioning off all his shit, so they must have been doing that because he's in jail. Got it. Makes sense. Okay. I thought he died. I didn't know where he went. All right. You guys have any other rando shit before we close this down? It's been one hell of a podcast.
Apologies,
this is
guys.
going on.
Apologies.
It's okay. It's 2 hours long and half an hour of Brady.
Actually, no. According to my recording timer, it's only an hour and
20 minutes?
50 minutes. So
An hour and 50 minutes. Okay, so about 25 minutes of
In
Brady.
semantics, Joe. Shut up.
no, I'm
know,
not going to
right?
shut up. Okay, so next episode, I'll just shut up the whole time.
No, you don't have to. you did your Brady thing. It was great.
You got any news?
Yeah.
No.
No news. You ready? Joe? No.
sucks.
PlayStation still sucks.
Well, good shit, guys. It's been fun. This is
Miguel,
gonna
are you still alive?
Yeah, I don't know if he's. Yeah. You made it. You're here still.
Somehow.
Well, welcome back to the podcast, Miguel. How many rounds did you play during that session?
Oh, you would have heard my keyboard if I was playing rounds.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, this is going to wrap up episode number 103. This is Chris, a.k.a. Prodigy. I'm going to go play some video games, eat some food, take a shit, all the good stuff. I'm out. Peace.
This is Captain Willie, a.k.a. John. I'm going to go to bed because I got to get up early and go to work. So I'm out.
This is Miguel. I'm going to go play Spider-Man.
This is Joe. I'll shut up now. Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Gamer Talk Podcast, Season fucking 2.
She's getting worse naturally. Double check the head. Double check.